How are you, hon? I wonder about. Make sure my audio. Make sure my. Yeah, there you go. My volume's up. I don't know. I heard the best whistle I've ever heard. Hi, Cajun. Poor Taffy's doing something today. I don't know. Woke me up this morning. I thought the kids were slamming the doors, but I knew they were at school. So I got up and I asked my son, and he said it was for Taffy. It sounded like they were dynamiting or something. The whole house shook. But I was just getting ready to shut the computer down and go to bed, and I heard the best whistle I've ever heard. It sounded like it was coming right outside the window. So if you listen real close past the whippoorwills going crazy, I'm hearing something else, and I don't know. It was the best whistle. It sounded just like mine, but really loud. And I actually went to the room to see if my son or my grandson was outside or next door, and they're both, and my son was downstairs and my grandson's sleeping. So there's no one outside. It could have been a neighbor or something, but one whistle, no dogs coming. I've never heard him whistle before. I know it sounds really stupid, but like the guy across the street doesn't have dogs, so he wouldn't be outside whistling for his dog. And I think if somebody in the neighborhood was looking for their dog and was going to whistle for him, they'd do it more than once, right? Then again, I could be just totally off my rocker, but it was a very loud whistle, and it was really close. I stopped. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. It sounded like it was right outside the window. No, my neighbor's not outside my window. Can you hear that other noise besides the whippoorwill? Hey, Clay. I couldn't decide. I couldn't figure out whether I wanted to record it and walk away or go live. Okay, Nita. Hi, Michael. Hi, lurkers. Yeah, but they're usually, here they don't whistle very loud. I've heard it soft whistle, but I've never heard them whistle. Welcome back, Nita. Usually it's pretty light, just kind of gets my attention. This was loud. Right, Wonder Pup, it'll come up dark. I'd like to know why all that came up dark that other night was just the eyeballs. Don't you think it's kind of weird? Eyeballs with no body? It was downright freaky. I should have stayed pointed over there. Yeah, I should have just kept the phone pointed over that way. I don't know why I didn't. I moved because I felt like I was invading them or something. I don't know. Don't just ignore me. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm not altogether there. Yeah, they were huge eyes. My son said it was a cat. But I don't think they were cat eyes. And that was awful big. Hi, Val. Did you get all your canning done? Probably not. Just jealous. I wish I could. I love gardening. Vegetable gardening. I don't do much for flowers. I don't like flowers much, but I love the vegetable garden. Hey, Brown. Hey, Cryptid. Cryptid, were you here for the eye shine? gosh. You missed that one, huh? That was pretty good. Those pretty big eyes. Yeah, Cajun, you came in just right after. No, not today. The last one I did, it was at 2:20, I think, around 2:20, and I pointed over by my truck and saw great big eyeballs. But I got whistled at tonight when I was getting ready to go to bed. I mean, a really loud whistle. And because I hear all kinds of stuff going on out there tonight, I just thought I'd go live for a while and see what happens. You know, it is after 1. That's about time. Oh, no, you can go back, though. You can go back, Cryptid, and look at them. I mean, my son said it was a cat. But if you look at the screenshots that Nita has, those are not cat eyes. They're not even shaped like cat eyes. Blow up the screen and look at it. I mean, they look like Sasquatch eyes to me. And what I should have showed you guys, I should have kept the camera there. But they slowly turned their head down and then backed away. And that's exactly how they do that. You know, they kind of turn like a shy look. They kind of turn their head, put their body down and walk away. Got movement. Could be the armadillo. Hi, Rich. Yeah, but he's a skeptic. And it's okay. What is where? I'm trying to find out where the noise is coming from. I don't see anything. Hold on. What the heck is going on? Oh, that was just absolutely adorable. I'm gonna tell my son to go out and kill it. It looks like a possum to me. It was right below the window. Below the window are the rocks, the lava rocks. So it makes it sound so much louder. You're gonna die, possum. You're gonna die. You need to go away. I'm gonna send my son out after you. And there he goes. Ooh, the cat's going after it. Get him, kitty. Hi, Ramona. See, but you can definitely hear the difference between those little critters and the big ones that walk. I mean, they're night and day. You can't mistake those. Absolutely, cryptid. No. Whippoorwills. Or the possum down there in front of my window. He's just kind of mulling around. I could send my son out there and get rid of him. He'll chase it with a broom. He hates possums. I'm gonna look around. Hold on, guys. For those of you who have inverted screens, I'll just look around for a minute. You can barely hear them? Oh my goodness, Cajun. They are so loud, it's crazy tonight. They sound like they're in my front yard, but they're not, they're across the street. Oh, I could fall asleep to whippoorwills anytime. I'm still hearing that across the street, whatever it is. Can you hear it in between the whippoorwills? I'm pretty sure they do, cryptid. I'm pretty sure they make all the adult ones make all kinds of places for the little ones. If they're not up in trees, then they've got to be hidden, but they can't leave them for very long. But I also think the little ones practice. I think the bigger ones show them and they practice. But the dens, I've seen lots of things. Yep, there's that cricket. It won't be there long. If nothing changes and I don't start getting some activity, I'll just go ahead and end the live chat. But I'm pretty sure we have company. Where would I post it? On YouTube? Ooh, that was a whippoorwill did fly to my yard. Now it's even closer. I don't really have any place to post it to except for, and that's stuff that Nita sent to me. Jules, we gotta get rid of your tinnitus. You can get rid of tinnitus, I promise you. I'm sure it does. But you gotta do me a favor, Jules. When I tell you how to get rid of it, you gotta be careful when you pass that information on to other people. If you pass on the wrong information, if you misunderstood what I said or something like that, and you tell other people, someone can get hurt. Someone could actually die. There's a lot of stuff that I tell you guys about the natural stuff, but I also tell you that you need to contact me so we can walk through it. Because I can't, I can tell you about garlic. I mean, almost everybody can just take garlic, but there's other things out there that if you take it because, I'm saying it does this and it does this and does this, and you don't know that it doesn't mix with your medication, you can hurt somebody. You can I've sent somebody to the hospital before because they didn't tell me that they had thyroid problems. I could have killed them. I mean, you please don't pass on the information except for the simple stuff, the cough syrup, the toothpaste. You can pass on that, but nothing else. Okay, when I talk to you about your tinnitus, it might work. It might work for you, but it might not work for somebody else. And you and I are going to talk before I give you the stuff that you need to make sure that it's not going to mess with anything that you're doing. I'm real careful about that. And on all my live chats, I tell you guys, you need to contact me first. Contact me first, but don't tell other people. If it works for you, now tell other people exactly what you did. But if you just hit out broad stream, hey, garlic does this, or this does that, or this does that, you can end up hurting somebody. Hey, Matt, and I don't want that to happen. So please don't share my information, guys, unless you've tried it and it works for you and it's not something that can hurt somebody. I mean, the pycnogenol can hurt somebody, the ashwagandha can hurt somebody, the diatomaceous earth can hurt somebody, there's a lot of stuff out there that can hurt other people. You can't just pass that information out. So I'm sorry, I'm not really jumping on you, Jules. What I'm asking is because, like I said, I sent that lady to the emergency room. She lied to me. I mean, she did not tell me that she had thyroid problems. When I asked her, she said no. So I gave her the ashwagandha, and she went to the emergency room. I could have killed her, but just because of what I said to her. So please, please, please. Well, it could be from a lack of zinc, okay? It could be from, there's a lot of things. Well, yeah, the fact that she lied to me, but still, I'm going to take it personally. You see what I'm saying? And what happens if she told 2 or 3 other people but didn't tell them, oh, hey, look, do you have a thyroid problem? This stuff is, you got to be really careful. So please, I'm just asking all you guys, don't pass on my information unless it's something that you've tried and it worked for you. Yeah, no lying allowed. You would not believe what happens when you call me on the phone and we go over all your medications and stuff. I sound worse than the doctors and all your lab people. I'm like nonstop. I got a list of things I have to ask you. And then you have to take one thing at a time and you have to be careful. I mean, I'm really careful about that. So, like I said, I'm just asking, don't pass on anything. Well, you can the toothpaste, like I said, or the cough syrup, because there's not a lot of things in there unless someone's allergic to turmeric or honey or onions. But, please, just do me a favor, guys, and don't pass the information on. You might hurt somebody. You never know what someone can be allergic to. Thank you. But you and I are going to talk, and I'll walk you through the process for tinnitus. And you too, Ramona. Tinnitus is definitely curable. But I don't want them to shut down my channel because I've given out information, so we're going to be real careful about this stuff. That's a fly, or I hear something flying. Okay, well, I'm not sure if I have to work tomorrow. But if they call me in, I have to work tomorrow and Thursday, but I'll be home on Friday. And maybe I'll go, maybe it depends, but I'll go live on Friday. But text me on Friday, Cajun, and we'll go from there. Are you hearing that? Please tell me you guys heard that. Oh yeah, you can call me on Messenger. Not tonight, but just text me first to make sure I'm not working or sleeping. Right, Jules. Monkey sound. That's exactly what I hear. It's across the street. Quiet, Matt. Cryptid, do you have earphones? I kept telling somebody one night that I kept hearing monkey chatter, and nobody could hear it. And then finally, I don't know, was it you, Matt, that heard it? Or was it, who was it that heard it? Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. Or Gordon. I forgot who it was that heard it. No, it wasn't Rick. Was it you, Wonder Pup, that heard it? I remember somebody heard it besides me, and I was like, it sounds like monkey chatter. But I keep hearing that. I hear that a lot. But it's so faint. No, it wasn't Carrie. It might have been Wonder Pup. I was trying to think of the same crew that was here that night. I think there was only 2 people that heard it besides me. Nobody else could hear it. Anyways, I'd like to be a mouse over there at Chaffee to find out what they're doing. How long ago was that? I don't know. Probably a couple weeks ago. Maybe about 3 weeks ago. I don't remember. I really don't remember, guys, who it was. Oh, that was my elbow. No, it could have been Bob. Bigfoot in Germany. Some guy commented on one of my videos that everybody talks about being shadowed or, trailed in the woods, but nobody ever has proof. I hope to God I never see proof. There's no electrified fence here. No, actually across the street, it's not even fenced in past my neighbor's property. There's a hedge there, but I'm talking about at the base. Wherever their main stuff is way far away from here. I will what at some point? Be able to see what they're doing over there? Or be a mouse? Yeah, no, I'm talking about whatever Chaffee's doing over there. I want to be able to see what they're doing. It does sound like they're using dynamite. Yeah, they are, Ramona. And yeah, the base all of a sudden got active today. Here we go again. Yeah, you know what I was thinking today when I was sitting here? I was thinking I want to go out and sleep in my truck. See, actually in the front seat of my truck. And see if they come up to the window. Wouldn't that be fun? Yeah, I hate it when they start doing stuff like that. If I sleep out there, I won't be taking you guys with me. There's no place to plug in. Okay, I heard stick breaks. Did you guys hear that? Yeah, you never know what the stick breaks are. I hate when that happens, Cryptid. I just want to turn around and say, will you just show yourself and stop following me? I know it sounds stupid, but that's what I want to say. I can't get down to that place that Gabe told me about either. I have to pick up my hours at work. And then the days that I think that I can go, we got rain coming in. So I got rain coming in this weekend. Again. Yeah, I know, I heard Ramona. I'll sleep in my truck alone. I think it's the best way. Hey, Matt, at least she's not crying. Did you hear that? I know you heard that. Oh, poor baby. There's not a stick break. That one was closer. I always took my grandkids, Matt, when they were going through stuff like that. Yeah, that whippoorwill. It's a whippoorwill. Did you hear that? Oh my gosh. That sounded like hay. Did you guys hear that? You didn't hear that? Oh my gosh, it sounded like I said hay. Yeah, it said hay. Hey. There's that cricket. That cricket's right underneath the light. That's why it's so loud, guys. I'd tell that bird to quiet down, too. I want to hear the other noise. But that's probably why they're making so much noise, is because the bird. See, now that's talking. That's across the street. No, I don't. And I don't see any signs in my yard. Of course, I don't go out there looking either. I honestly don't. You guys are gonna think I'm crazy, but I just don't. I just don't. This is what I like to do. I sit out here. I probably should go outside and look around. My brain's in too many places. Hey, Tex. I don't know. One or the other. No wonder, no, never mind. I'll keep that thought to myself. Yeah, I know they're here. Nobody else does here, but I do. That's fine by me. Are you going to talk to me? Huh? Hello? Thank you again, Tex. Perfect timing. I'm going to look around once. I'm going to take you, those of you that have your inverted screen. I'll just move you around. See if you can see anything. I think they're still across the street. Yeah, but that's how you get rid of bad energy. You go and face it. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Hold on. Anybody see anything over there? I wish I knew where my camera was pointing. I can't see squat. I just saw movement. Don't ask me what it was. Hold on. I'll just leave you there for a second. Let me watch. At the same time, the same thing had happened before, remember? Saw movement over there, and then they ended up behind the truck. So maybe they're sneaking up. Ooh, I forgot to turn my light off. All right, I'll be right back. I gotta turn my light off. Dang, I knew I was forgetting something. They don't like that light on. Hello? Perfect cryptid. Hey, Tex, you ought to look at those eyeballs. Whoa. We throwing stuff. They just hit something metal too, or glass. What are you guys doing? You guys gonna play? Huh? I just heard my dog downstairs. She kind of whimpered. Stay, Ima. Okay, Ilo. Come on. Aishi. You're okay. Okay, Hannah. I would too, Nita. They just said, hey. At least they know that word, huh? Unless you got some, unless you got some guys out in the woods, over there on Sport Chaffee, walking around going, hey. Hey, Deb. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's what they said. Hey, Gwen. Yeah, it was big, whatever that was. What was that? Hey. Matt. Take a picture, Matt. I want to see it. I don't believe you. I'm teasing. I believe you. What was that, guys? Hey. Do not do that, Tex. Oh my gosh, I will come down there and throw something at you. Do not do that. Please don't do that. I don't know what I heard. I was talking. I just heard it open my big mouth. Okay, Hannah. Come on, babies. You're okay. I think they like the words. Come on, babies. I mean, no, I don't put any offerings out. No. Hi, Chuck. I mean, do you know anybody out there in the Sasquatch world that calls them babies? I'm the only crazy person out there. Be careful, Deb. Yeah, they'll take garlic. They'll take ramps. They'll take flowers. Take care, Deb. What lady, cryptid? Yeah, I won't take stuff out. You crazy child. Bye, Deb. Stay safe. Okay, Hannah. Stay, ma. Aishi. Come on. I had 870. Somebody dropped out, so I'm at 869. I'm calling them by name and telling them I'm a friend and telling them to come closer. Saying hello, Sasquatch, I'm a friend, come closer. I know he does. It's so cute. It's just every time it pops up, I start laughing. Like, you know, I don't think any more of his people can subscribe. That's just adorable. He's got some beautiful pictures, doesn't he? Matt, you gonna go out this weekend? Yeah, that'll be funny, Tex. You can't come up here. You have to. I wish there was a way to go live on the property, though. Oh, I really wish there was a way. There's no signal up there, but boy, that'd be fun. These guys would get. You think this is good once in a while? Dang. Get some magnesium spray, Matt. Start taking that cayenne. Are you taking that cayenne, Matt? Listening. Yeah, cayenne pepper opens arteries. Well, find yourself some magnesium spray and get it on your legs. You spray it on, leave it for a few minutes, and then you wipe it off. How'd you do that, Ramona? I'm gonna have to take you guys out, and for those of you that don't know the difference, oh yeah, I say that a lot, cryptid, and show you the difference between yarrow plants and some of the other ones. Yarrow is really good on cuts. If you have honey, just put honey on it, Ramona. Get honey in a Band-Aid. Works really well. Takes the pain out. Any kind of honey. I use Manuka honey, but any kind of honey will work. I heard you. I tried bee pollen for a couple of years. It did nothing, so I don't promote it. Turmeric will help arthritis. Pycnogenol will help arthritis. There's a lot of stuff that will help arthritis. Wild lettuce. Stinging nettles. Manuka honey is the best. Manuka. Manuka. Yeah, they did that for years. You know, they would sting people, but yeah, same with mine, Ramona. I got him on the turmeric and the cayenne, and they lowered his blood pressure medicine. Any kind of honey will work. Yeah, you don't need very much of it. Just take a little bit of it, tiny little bit. Put it on a Band-Aid and stick it on there. Any kind of cuts, anything. Manuka honey is great. Cayenne pepper will stop bleeding. Yarrow will stop bleeding. I mean, we're talking artery bleeds. It'll stop. Both of them will stop them. You have to know how to use them, but they'll work. Turmeric is an anti-inflammatory, antiseptic, antibiotic. If you want something, there's this stuff called white lung that you can get on Amazon that works really well, but there's a lot of stuff for lungs. If the dirt actually had diatomaceous earth, then it'd be different, but most dirt doesn't. But if I get a cut and I'm not at a, bad place, I'll just put dirt on mine. But turmeric works really, really well, guys. Hi, Tony. All you gotta do for, if you live someplace by a creek and you have like a toenail fungus, all you gotta do is stick your feet in the dirt for about a week and you'll kill it. Do you know what you're allergic to, Cryptid? Ramona, I hope you're taking calcium, magnesium, and potassium. Oh my goodness. Yep, that's what I would do, Tex. Yeah, you gotta make sure you take that if you're a diabetic. Most people don't even realize how bad off they are, the electrolytes, they don't understand. So, you sound like my husband. Well, you can make yourself up a little patch of stuff and put it by your pillow at night of eucalyptus and peppermint, and it'll help you breathe at night. And then take that white lung. Just look it up on Amazon. It's called white lung. Its stuff is fantastic. Yeah, I wish I had all the stuff here so I could do a nature walk and show you some of the wild edibles out there that are just fantastic. It never affected me either. White lung, it's a pill that you take especially if you're a smoker or an ex-smoker. If you've had any kind of COPD at all, COPD just basically means that you've had pneumonia or bronchitis. That's all COPD is. But anyway, if you had any of those, white lung is really good to take. Hi, Cher. I started out on the verge of tears tonight, and you guys all made me smile. Now I'm back to normal again. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, on Amazon. And I mean, that stuff is great. You start taking it immediately, you can tell the difference. Then when you buy it, look on the side and find out all the ingredients, and then trust me, if you have the stuff close by, if you can get it, then you can make your own. Yeah, it does. It opens your airways. Almost all of your nettles are the same. Here it is, 2 o'clock now, and I haven't heard a sound. Would you guys go away? No, hydrogen peroxide will heal your lungs. But you have to do it right. You have to find the non-stabilized, which isn't very easy. Either that or you get the food grade and knock it down yourself, but you get the hydrogen peroxide and you put it in a peroxide. And or a nebulizer with sterile water, and it actually heals your lungs. Good going, Belle. Yeah, Matt, they said hey, they whistled. I've heard stick breaks. Haven't seen any eye shine yet. A couple other noises I can't explain. Doesn't mean it's all Sasquatch, but it's a very calm night, let's put it that way. So they're not interested in, well, so far, they're not interested in throwing things at me. But we'll see what happens. Good night, cryptid. Yeah, I bought food grade hydrogen peroxide, knocked it down, put it in some bottles, and I take, like probably 2 or 3 capsules, put it in the vaporizer for my husband, a couple drops of peppermint oil or eucalyptus, and then I let it run in the bedroom for an hour before it goes to bed, and he sleeps like a baby. And I use it in a nebulizer, because I smoke. And I'll cough like crazy for a couple of days, but boy, I'll tell you what, my pulse ox is 99 on room air, and I'm a smoker. But you have to be very careful with the peroxide, because if you don't get food grade and if you don't knock it down, to 3% with the right stuff, or if you buy it from on the shelves and it's stabilized, you can do more damage. Because once they found out that those, 5 or 6 people cured themselves of lung cancer, they started stabilizing the peroxide so you can't use it anymore. Wow, there's that They use some kind of they use something in there to stabilize the peroxide. It's just probably just a, I don't know, an extra molecule something, but you can't put it in your lungs then, so do not buy the one, and you got to look on it, it says stabilized. Do not buy the stabilized. All your cruciferous vegetables, they say can cure cancer. You know, broccoli, cauliflower, all that kind of stuff. It's the green in it. You know, just like vitamin C, there's a lot of stuff they say that cures cancer, but you got to do so much. And your peroxide kills cancer faster. So does colloidal silver. They've dropped colloidal silver. They've dropped oil of garlic. No, what was it? Oil of clove, oil of oregano, and hydrogen peroxide. Hi, Diana. And actually cured cancers. Actually killed cancer cells, but they can't find a way to distribute it through your body without doing more damage. So just don't be misled. I put the peroxide in a vaporizer or a nebulizer, and I just inhale it. You know, not through your nose, but through your mouth. Like I said, don't be misled, guys, by the instant cure-all for cancers. I will tell you the Essiac tea is good for reducing tumors. Pycnogenol and some other things are good for getting rid of, or moringa leaf is good for getting rid of tumors and skin disorders and skin cancers and regular cancers, but it's just not that by itself. You know, there's a protocol that you have to go by, and then there's a lot of other things you have to do. You have to do coffee enemas, you have to do, there's a list. I can't stand it, and I actually contacted some of these companies that said this cures cancer and I said, shame on you. You know, what you ought to tell these people is this part of a process or a protocol that has proven to cure cancer in some people. But you're getting these people to get on here and buy your product. You're making billions of dollars before the government shuts you down, and not one person has ever been cured of cancer the way that you're telling them. So if you've got cancer and you want a way to cure it, most people, the first thing they're going to do is run to the doctor because the doctor told them they had cancer, and the fear of the word cancer is enough to destroy people. I know, I'm a cancer survivor. But here's the deal. You go through everything they tell you to go through, the chemo. I went through chemotherapy, but I did not get radiation. And all I did basically was fast, and everything I put in my body was pH balanced. I survived a year pregnant with my daughter, and then as soon as she was born, I had the surgery, and I was fine. And the cancer has not reoccurred, thank God. So they wanted me to get an abortion and get rid of her. They said it was going to kill my daughter, it was going to kill me, and neither one of them happened. So there are ways, but these places that promise you a cure-all for cancer, like even CBD oil, it makes me angry. Well, yeah, watercress is another one, but like I said, you've got broccoli, you've got spinach, you've got kale, you've got moringa leaf, you've got all kinds of vegetables. People don't eat vegetables, fresh vegetables coming from fresh gardens like they used to. You know, all the fast food that we've been eating for all these years, our parents before us even has altered DNA. It's made, everybody's got cancer cells. It's made these cancer cells go crazy. And people are coming up with cancer all over the place because they're going nuts. Just turn your body around to pH balance, and cancer cannot live in an alkaline environment. It can't. It's impossible. It dies. So a cancer cell cannot survive in a peroxide environment. Why? Because it's mostly oxygen. You know, so where there is a way, it's not easy. It's a hard thing to do because you have to change. Of course, at that point, and here's where you got to look at it. At that point, you're scared that you're going to die. So you're going to do anything. First of all, you're going to do anything the doctor tells you. And then if that doesn't work fast enough, you're going to go ahead, you're going to go ahead and you're going to go to anything natural, but you're going to go to the places when you type in cure cancer to anything that they say is going to cure cancer. You got to take a deep breath, slow down, and go back to the basics. When did cancer start showing up in droves? Okay? Take your body back to the way it's supposed to be. Chemotherapy and radiation is going to destroy not only the bad stuff, and hopefully it does get rid of the bad stuff, but now you got to replace your body with the good stuff that the chemo and the radiation has totally destroyed. That leaves your body open to every infection out there. Of course people get sicker. You know, I mean, most cancer protocols, that the doctors give you, their protocols kill you faster than their cancer would. That's a proven fact. So, alkaline your bodies. It cannot live in an alkaline environment. And I know that's taking your sodas and your McDonald's hamburgers away from people, but trust me, when they say the word cancer, you'll do anything. You'll do anything or you'll quit. You'll quit and say, if I die, I die. I'm going to go out eating and drinking what I want. That's just the way it happens. Trust me, I've been doing this for 30 years, and I've listened to all different people talking about all different things, when they go through their cancer. You got some that'll jump on the bandwagon, some will just walk away. They just don't want to hear it. I don't care if they're 35 years old. I don't care if they're 80. So, yeah, we do. We radiate everything. I don't use a microwave. I can't stand microwaves. No, I take that back. I have microwaved my water, instead of boiling it. But, yeah, the treatment is pure poison. Everybody should be alkaline. That's what I said on my med chats. Everybody should go buy pH strips and go buy them. I mean, consider them, life and death. Get up in the morning one day and test your strip, and if it's 6 or 5 or whatever the case may be, I mean, 7.6 is where you're 7 to 7.6 is where you're alkaline. The higher you get, you don't want to be too alkaline, but you want to be pH balanced. We'll use your strips, and then act accordingly. Get online and look up a pH balanced diet. I can tell you stuff that you can eat, but you're better off going to a pH balanced diet, place online and looking and finding out what in that you can eat and what you have to avoid. It doesn't take much to do it. It's not hard to alkaline your body. It's hard to stay that way because we're used to eating what we want to eat. That's just a fact, guys. We don't eat like we should. We haven't for centuries. And almost everything we put in our bodies either genetically modified or DNA modified. Just something. Yeah, well, I'm saying the same thing, but what I'm saying? It's either radiated or modified somehow. I mean, look what they're even doing to the seeds. Look what they're doing to the ground. There's no diatomaceous earth in the ground anymore. You're funny, Tony. No, I'm not more knowledgeable than the internet. The internet's got a lot of, I just do my research on the internet, and if I find something that's not true, I'll confront them. I'll write them a letter, and I've rarely gotten anything back. A couple of places have contacted me back, and I've given them grief about what they were trying to sell, and then they try to sell me something else, and I just shake my head and say, nope, that's off my list. I mean, it's an automatic response. They don't really even care what you're saying, so waste my breath. Oh yeah, but see, here's the thing, Belle. You can put your kid through chemo. I went through chemo. But what you do is what you do afterwards. Take them to the doctor. There ain't nothing wrong with that. Go ahead and start chemotherapy. And then turn around when you get home and make sure that you build them up, because it might take that chemotherapy to kick it, get a kickstart in killing whatever it is. But it's deadly stuff. You stay on it, or especially when they do start the radiation stuff. Oh my gosh, never, no. You would not believe what my hair looked like. Oh my gosh, I had patches. I had all these bald patches all over my head. My hair was just falling out in chunks. I mean, just everywhere. And they wanted me to go through the radiation on top of that. I'd have lost all my hair and then some. But I did the chemo like they told me, and I went ahead and I went back and I redid my body with the natural stuff. So, and there's a lot of places, not just where you're at, that if you don't take your kid to a doctor, I mean, look at, they court ordered me to give my granddaughter antidepressants. They court ordered me to give it to her. Either that or I was going to be in contempt of court. And I said, are you kidding me? What gives you the right to tell me that I got to put my granddaughter on an antidepressant? She's like her grandma. She'll get through it. And they didn't want to hear it. They freaked the heck out because I said she would get over it. She made a mistake. She was paying for it. They didn't want to hear it. They court ordered me to put her on antidepressants. Right, Tony. I mean, I've been through a lot of stuff too, and physically. And these people make me crazy. But yet, you need the doctor for the diagnosis. And then what you have to do is you have to think about it logically first. If you've got something that's spreading like wildfire, you want to do anything. If that includes chemotherapy to knock it first, then go ahead and do the chemotherapy. But as soon as you're done with that, if you're strong enough, man, you got to get into the natural stuff and start building up your body. Because otherwise, like I said, you get to a point where you just quit. If you don't have God in your life, you don't have people praying for you, you don't have any support system, everything's a government chokehold, Jules. Everything. I mean, they got their hands in everything you do, everything you listen to. Oh, and listen to this. This is off subject. Sorry, I'm going to change the subject real quick. I should show you guys on my computer what I got in the email today. This guy emailed me and said that he started it was laughing like ha 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 type stuff, and he said, you just opened it and I just got notified, and he goes, and if you don't send me $1,400, he said that I'm going to send pornography to all your family and friends, and he gave me my email address and my password. How you like that? So I'm not sending him no $1,400, but I did send his email to the FBI fraud division. And you should, Diana. Ever since I started doing this here, I had some guy show up at my house to my telephone pole, work on my telephone pole. I called my local internet and asked them, and they said they didn't send anybody out. And now, guess what? Now, I've got on my screen, I've got a blue square saying that I'm sharing what I'm watching. They've tapped into all my stuff. I don't really care, you know. Yes, I'm changing my password. I'm changing my password on everything I have. But if they get into YouTube or Facebook, I'm done for. You know, if they actually do get into that, I'm done for. Because you know what it would do to me if all you guys got pornography sent in my name? I think I would die. I wouldn't. Oh my lord. That's about the worst thing you could do to me. I'd hunt that person down myself. Okay, now what are you doing? Hello? Hey. That's just craziness. Yeah, that's why I'm telling you guys tonight, because I just got it tonight. And if it does happen that way, if I can't stop it, because I am definitely not sending anybody any money. I'm not falling for that stuff. And I know there's a lot of scams and stuff out there, and some people just ignore them, but I'm not taking that chance, so I will go in and change all my passwords. But I don't like the fact that I've got that blue screen up there saying I'm sharing. Who am I sharing with? I don't share anything else. You know, ever since I downloaded the new Windows 10 update, that thing showed up. Okay, Ramona. Doesn't that sound like a dog? Shame on you, Nita. I don't think it has anything to do with Facebook at all. Well, I think it's whatever it is you use. I don't care what it is you use. Your phone, your ATM card at Walmart. I don't care what it is. You on here. You're open. You're a target. I mean, heck, we still write checks. But it doesn't matter. Well, yeah, but you're not going to stop social media now. But they're going to get AI involved in social media a little bit more, and then, yeah, things are going to get really ugly. Part of me wants a FLIR so I can see over there. For us, Matt? Yeah, it looks like it's going to be Friday night, Saturday. Whoa. We'll be throwing stuff. Welcome back, Ramona. Are you going to let me see you? Huh? Night Tex. Thanks again, hon. I appreciate you. I heard ya. Is there a kitty there? Huh? Kitty? Didn't it sound like a kitty? Oh, I love these night sounds. Oh my goodness. If I didn't jaw jack all night, I could turn around and just record this and put it by my bed and go to sleep. Nita, did you hear a cat? Yeah, I hear they mimic stuff too. I know they can mimic birds and stuff. Oh, I swear I just heard a cat. Oh, fun, Ramona. I enjoy working evenings, but not nights. But I hear there's a place up north that has already implemented the chip in your hand. Yeah, mine was 7 to 7 when I was at the hospital. You think they can swim good through my thoughts? What? That's against the law. He has to have a break. I agree, Matt. I think they can swim really well. No, not chocolate chips, silly. Don't start. Don't start. It's absolutely against the law for him not to have a break, so that's impossible. He's got to have a break. I think they use water. I think they use trees. I think they use all kinds of stuff. You know, I was just out there, you know, for a little over a day, just hiking and walking through stuff and trying to figure out, you know, pretend in my head that I was lost in the woods someplace and I had to find a way of surviving, you know, because I wanted to do those videos, remember? And just take you out there and show you the edibles and how to find water and all that other kind of stuff. But so many people are doing it, and I'm an old lady, so that's not really going to work. But anyway, when I was out there looking around, I looked at stuff differently. And all I could think about is they could use this, they could do that. That might be why they're doing this. They might have moved these rocks for this reason, you know? Why are they trying to get them all to quit? That is, what do you mean? You just said he started a new job. People don't look up, Matt. Walmart wants to save money, no new hours. If he's working at Walmart and he's got to work those hours, that's against the law. Right, Tony? Nope. Labor Board would have a field day with him. Or with them. A lot of people don't look up in the woods, Matt. They look straight ahead. Their head's on a swivel. Every noise, or if they're hunting or whatever, if you're out Sasquatching, most people don't look up. Most people don't look up anyway. Watch people walk down the street. Their heads are down. I really like that one out of New York where the people were having a picnic or something. And back behind them, you could see it up in the tree. Yeah, right, exactly, Matt. Oh, yeah. Good. When I'm walking around out there on the property and I'm showing you guys the stuff that's in front of me, number one, I have to look down because of all the rocks. But what I do is when I'm standing still, I'm facing forward with my camera, but I'm looking up in the trees. I got my head up there checking out the trees. I don't doubt that at all, Ramona. Yep, I've heard of chemtrails. No, you just can't see them with this stupid Streamlabs. His lights are all on. When I pulled in after work tonight, I was going to take a... In fact, I might do that if I go to work tomorrow. When I get home, it's dark. I might stop right there in my driveway and take a picture behind me so you guys can see exactly how lit up it is at night. Because it's dark when I get home. I think you guys would, but see, you can't see all that from here. You know, unless I had a real camera and zoomed it in with maybe an IR or something, you know, where you can see at night. But that's the only way you would see it, unless I take a picture of it. I'm watching over there now. It's real easy because I see the same thing every night from where I sit. And so if one goes dark, then my eyes, you know, that I automatically go to that direction. I hope our buddy shows up again tonight so I can take the camera and push it over there so you guys get a better picture. Why do you think that his body didn't show up, Nita? Just his eyeballs. I couldn't see the outline. I could see a mass, a black mass, but I couldn't see the outline. And the eyeballs, it's so weird where they were located. Yeah, my son, when I showed my son, he said that it was it was a reflection from the vehicle that just made the cat's eyes look bigger. But look at the shape. Look at the shape. If you zoom in and look at the shape of the eyes, those are not. I mean, I'll take a picture of cat eyes at night. They're not shaped that way. And owl's eyes aren't shaped that way. Hey, no, they aren't. It makes two of us, Cher. That's the kind of stuff that freaks me out. How are the eyes so big and I couldn't see a body? I didn't see the second set. Yeah, that's at least 3 or 4 people that said they saw 2 sets, but I only saw 1 set. Remember, I'm looking through less than 2 inches, and when I'm looking from that far away, it's nighttime, it's dark out there, so the eyes were just like glowing like crazy when I turned the camera, turned my phone that way. I should have just left it there. Next time I will, because it was really cool how they lowered their head to get rid of their eyes. That was really awesome. Craig. Chest pain. Craig, do you have any cayenne pepper or do you have any aspirins at home? I'll definitely pray. If you have any cayenne pepper, put some in some warm water and drink it ASAP. Just chug it. Like a tablespoon of it. Cayenne will do better for you though. Can I pray for you right now, Craig? Okay, put your hand on your chest. I'm going to pray for you right now. Anybody who wants to join in can join in. My dear Lord, Father, I come before you tonight and I bring before you Craig. You know his body, you know his will, you know his soul. You know his problem. You are the great physician. I come to you tonight, Lord, in agreement with everyone in prayer. I ask you to touch his heart, touch his chest, touch his mind. Father, now in the name of Jesus, I ask you to restore his body to the way you created it. You are the only one that I trust, Lord, and the only one that I know that can heal. So I'm praying right now, Lord, that you come down and you touch him. Mighty hand of God, heal his body, give him that peace, relax his heart. Bring it in line with the Word of God and make it beat as it's supposed to. Soft and rhythmic with no pain. And I will give you the praise and the glory eternally in Jesus' name. Amen. I want spaghetti, Michael. Praying always gets my heart pumping like crazy. Woohoo! I pray and stand on the Word of God that your body comes in line. That's exactly. Rest well, Craig. And give him the glory when it goes away. I could never talk about healing if I hadn't been healed. You know, it's just something I won't do. You couldn't pay me right now. In my financial situation, you couldn't offer me $1 million to lie about a healing. It just wouldn't happen. I couldn't do it. And as many times I get mad at God for things that go on, and I want to just say I don't believe, I can't. Because I was healed. I just can't do it. And I do. Sometimes I get really mad. But I'm like, oh, you make it impossible for me to get mad at you. Good night. Much love, Craig. God bless you. What are you doing? What was that noise, guys? Where's my whippoorwill? Do you guys remember when Robert Dobson did that? He made that great big huge pan of spaghetti and took it out. Man, they ate that thing within seconds. I mean, every drop. That was so funny. I laughed so hard. And then he said, "You guys coming out this weekend?" And I said, "Yeah." And I said, "What's for dinner?" He goes, "Spaghetti." And I said, "Ha ha." He goes, "Leftover spaghetti?" I said, "It wasn't any leftovers." Oh, he was so bad. Ding, 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 ding. It's my husband's favorite dish to make is goulash. Oh yeah, he was funny. Between his putting his what did he do? Not watermelon. What did he put out? Cantaloupe. That's right. He put out cantaloupe. Put out cantaloupe. He gave him spaghetti. When we were up there, he was saved. Yes, he was saved. He told me the day that I went up there before. Remember when I stayed there for a day and then I went to Sandy because she was sick? Um, him and I were talking by ourselves, and I said, "Do you realize that if you know that you're going home to be with the Lord, that you have to be right with Him?" He goes, "I know that." And I said, "Okay." I said, "So everything's good?" He goes, "Everything's good." And then of course his family came back in and he started being Robert again, but he was serious. But I went up there sorry, got distracted. I was looking outside. We went up there and I took the cast iron skillet with me and made a big batch of ribs. And after I put them in the cast iron pan, then I turn around and I actually put it on top of the fire to let them get, like you're putting them on a barbecue. So they're kind of brown and black and whatever. And we're sitting there and the smell is just wafting all over the place. And Robert takes a great big stick and he picks up the handle and he picks it up and he points it towards the woods. He goes, and he rings it with another stick and he goes, "Here's your dinner bell, here's your food." And I said, "Give me back that pan." And we took the pan and went inside that shed thing of his or the garage thing of his and locked the door. And I said, "Don't be giving them my food." Tony, did you look into the, I don't know, we talked about that. Do you have wild lettuce? Get her some CBD oil and wild lettuce. Yeah, he was trying very hard to give away my food. I was too hungry. You need wild lettuce. You need the liquid, not the pills. You need the liquid and CBD oil. And if you can't afford to buy it, tell me. I will find a way. And you better be honest. There's no reason she should be in pain. You better tell me yes or no, or I will find a way. I'll be sending it to you. I'm pretty sure it will, Nita. Yeah, for osteoporosis, there's, what is that stuff called? Oh, give me a minute. I just gave someone some information about osteoporosis. Oh, I don't remember. Diana, I'll have to get back to you on that. Or if it pops up in my head, I'll tell you, but just give me a minute. All right, let me go back to my computer because I printed her out a whole list of stuff, but hold on a second. I'll leave you here and I'll go back to my computer. But there is something that you can take for besides horsetail for osteoporosis. So give me a second, I'll be right back. I think one of them was moringa, if I'm not mistaken. Stop. Okay, those are the two. One is boron, and the other one is strontium. Diana? No, it's not trouble. boron, B-O-R-O-N, and strontium. And you know you got to take enough vitamin D and vitamin K and stuff like that. That's what I eat mine with too. I make my spaghetti with Polish sausage. Hi, Houston. Did you write that down, Diana? Oh, calcium's an automatic. Anybody that's got bone problems knows they have to have calcium. But you can't take calcium without magnesium, and you can't take calcium and magnesium without checking your levels first. Yeah, moringa tea, Diana. Moringa tea. You would benefit greatly if you have osteoporosis from the pycnogenol also, which is just, tree bark, but, pine bark. But that helps also. They've done a lot of clinical studies with that, so I know that'll work too. The problem is, you have to be very careful. Calcium and magnesium are easy to work with because you have a large window. But potassium is got a very short window, and it can be dangerous. So you have to check your levels first before you just go busting out trying them, taking supplements. If you tried the boron and the strontium, you have to take that with the other stuff together, and it takes a while to build. Now remember, if you start taking all this stuff, it could take you a couple of years before you actually find out, before there's less damage done. But that's how you know when you go back and get your bone density test, you'll find out that it hasn't progressed, and that some of it is actually, hardening. So it takes a while, hon. And usually if you have osteoporosis, then you definitely have a parathyroid problem. So again, with parathyroid, that's another reason to make sure. And what you can do is if you've had a CMP, you can send it to me and I can look. Yeah, I know they're inaccurate, but that's what they go by. So, and that's all you can go by. You don't have any other way of doing your own bone density. You don't have any other way of testing except for how brittle you are or how much, shorter you get. But I will tell you, that they will work. And if you can get me a CMP, if you've had any blood work done, I can tell you how much potassium you can take. But vitamin K, vitamin D, boron, strontium, moringa, pycnogenol, which is pine bark. I don't know what CNN is. What's CNN? Oh, CMP. It's blood work to tell you what your basically what your metabolism is doing. It'll give you all your metals, your calcium, your magnesium, your zinc. It's metabolic panel. It's complete metabolic panel. CM, like in Mary, P. You have your CBC, which is your normal blood panel, and then you have a CMP, which is a complete metabolic panel. So if you can get one of those done and send it to me, I'm sure if you've been to a doctor recently and they did blood work that they did a CMP, just take a picture of it, send it to me, and I can tell you where to go from there. Because don't forget, on top of the naturopathic stuff, I am a nurse. So gosh. They don't do any blood work, Diana? Yeah, Tony, I watched another guy that died at 105, and on his 100th birthday, they asked him what was his secret, and he said that he smoked and drank almost all of his life. And he said the secret to his life was working hard and love. That's what he said. His wife had just died a couple years before him, but he said that was the secret to life. Because they said, I bet you never smoked a cigarette in your life. He goes, I smoked all my life. And they said, I bet you never drank. He goes, I drank almost all my life. And they said, well, then how do you attribute, to your age and your agility, what you can do? And he said, hard work, he said, and love. So I was like, "Aw." I'm going to get bit by that stupid ant. I found an ant. That's it. Yeah, stress is a common word in today's society. Hi, Bob. You're so cute. I am in such a pickle, Bob, let me tell you. I still cannot find... I cannot find the right material. And the clothes, and the ones that I have here do not have the tags on them saying what's in them. I can't send them to you. It's not going to help you. You'd have to send it to somebody to take it apart to find out what it is. Thank you, Michael. It's not true I wouldn't hurt a fly. I'd swat one. Yeah, I can't find... I'd have to go and actually buy one, and I can't do that right now. But I'm still looking. One of the girls at work, she had the perfect shirt on, and I said, oh my gosh, let me see your tag, and she had already torn it off. I was like, oh my gosh, and I can't go to the store and pull a tag off of one of the shirts. Okay, what is that? What was that? What was that, guys? Nita? Somebody with earphones on? Well, if you can go back and listen. Find out what that was. What was that? Yeah, right, kind of like a squeak. I didn't squeak though. Wasn't me. Maybe it's a big rat. Well, it was something. Nope. That's cute, Nita. Oh, I want to sleep outside so bad. So how's things going, Bob? I'm still praying for you. Yeah, it's nightly prayers. I promise you that. I finished my book, Bob. Woo-hoo. Wow, that's awesome. That is awesome. Good to hear. I'm so proud of you. Yeah, I did too. I wasn't sure if that was a dog or not, so I didn't say nothing. You're such a brat, Bob. What am I going to do with you? Dang. Oh, Tony. What was loud? shaking my head. I'm shaking my head. There's that monkey noise again. I don't know. It's still echoing, yeah. I'll be right back. Stay here, behave yourselves, I'll be right back. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. I went downstairs. I was looking around outside the window. I opened up the blinds, and I was looking around out there, and I scared. Did you guys hear the cat? I'm here. It didn't scream, but I scared it. It jumped. And the cat didn't expect to see me in the window. I thought for sure. The dog having a fit. Thanks. Quiet, Matt. It's 3:24. And they just climb on the roof. Me too, Belle. You don't know how bad I want to go to the store and get me some Polish sausage and spaghetti mix. Ew. Cockatoos. Ew. You don't eat birds, do you? Yeah, I'm starving too. I'm hungry. No, no cookies and milk. Nita? Come over here and make me, Bob. You better not be shooting cockatoos. You guys see that one on YouTube where it picks up the cup and screams in it? No one said tacos. We were talking about spaghetti. What's the matter with you? That's because you mentioned it. And you didn't scream. Uh-oh. Well, you can go to sleep. Good night, Houston. Or good morning. Aw. I'll make you some spaghetti, Bob. Oh, you boys, what am I going to do with you? It's 3:28. I'm going to go to bed too. I probably have to work today. Ah. Oh my gosh, I want Greek food too. Greek salad with potato salad inside. Oh my lord. Haven't had one of those since I lived in Florida. You guys, I'm telling you, you're killing me here. Now I can cook pasta. Any kind of Italian. Kibi? Kibi? Nita, what is wrong with you? I think you're overtired. Uh-oh. Good night, Matt. I know. I was just giving you grief. Yeah, I love Greek food and Italian food. But I'm going to go to bed, guys. I'm going to go ahead and end this live stream because I've got to go to get some sleep. It is 3:30, so I'll probably get a text somewhere around 8 a.m. saying, "Are you coming to work?" Well, you know, bewitching hour is 4 o'clock anyway, so. But everybody go to sleep, and I'll see you tomorrow or the next day, whatever. If I work today, I know I have to work on Thursday, but I'll probably be back maybe Thursday night because I won't have to work on Friday. Depends on the weather. Okay? So everybody be good to each other. I love y'all. God bless. No, wait, Tony, stop it. I knew you were going to do that. No waiting. No. Nope. Not going to happen. You guys are bad. See? Ready? On your mark. Get set. No one said wait. Okay. Bye. Good night, everybody.